Hello, my name is Khalidah Al-Dabbagh. I'm a student, master student at Information and Technology department. I'm going to explain and show all of my product and what I did for my assignment. First of all, let's go to see the end user application and then uh, go through this form. First of all, I will go to open the IntelliJ. I used just two programs, the IntelliJ and the MySQL. Uh, this is the IntelliJ. All of the three services uh, are served from here. The student portal, finance, and uh, the student portal finance and the library. So this is the finance, and I will open the student portal, and also I will open the library. So all of these, uh, all of these, uh, all of these programs. Oh, sorry. All of the applications, the or services, the library services, finance, and the student portal service. I will run each one and connect it with MySQL. This is the MySQL. Now, there is nothing in the scheme, no student, no library, no finance here. Let me first open the student portal. This is the student portal. I will run it. Now, okay, start student portal application. Let's go to the MySQL and update the scheme. We can see now there is a student portal, and this is the table for the student portal for the enrollment portal user, student, and the course. Let's enter the let's enter the course. Let me just close all of these and open a new one. Okay. Now, let me first open or enter the course student information. This is the information of the course. Okay. And run it. Now we can see if I open it again, I can see all of these descriptions for the courses, and the student can enroll them. The second thing to do is to open the or run the finance. This is the finance application. Mhm. Now started. Let's go to the uh, scheme and let's see that there is now a finance and the table of the finance. There's something for account, for invoicements. So uh, this is the finance application. Now let's go to the library application. The last application is the library application and run it. We can see that the service port for the library is 8082, and for the finance is 8081, and for the student portal 8080. Also, let's go to see that now we have a library also, and the table of the library have account, book, transaction details. Let's go to book and enter the informations, book informations. It's here. Actually, I tried to use Docker to open the library, but I couldn't. I faced a problem, so I couldn't use the Docker. So I used the IntelliJ instead and Spring Boot. Okay, and now open. Let's see. There's some books that the student can like borrow it or like transaction between the uh, library and the student. Now let's go here and write local 80, local host 8080 and enter it. This is my uh, um, application or student portal input or welcome page. So when I write like any name like Khalidah and password 12345 6, sign in. When I sign in, invalid because actually I didn't uh, enroll or register inside this portal. So I have click here to register. The username like Khalidah, the email like Khalidah at gmail.com, password like 12345 6, and then sign up. Now I can see I have registered successfully. You can click here to log in. So I can now log in. So let's go uh, to the database program. We can see for the student for look student here, but I didn't enrollment till now. Let me go first and to enrollment, then I go to login, Rita, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sign in. Now I'm signing in inside the student portal. There is a home page. This is the home page. There is a welcome page. Here you can find information about and enroll for any course or anything else like that. Here is the all courses. I can see here there is a the courses. Um, and I can also sign out. Let us enroll for this course. So, introduction to programming, enroll. So now I enrolled here and he gave me invoice reference. Let's take this invoice reference, copy, Control C. So now I'm enrollment here. Let's go now to see the finance library and the student. For the finance, for the table, I can see here there is account. This is the account. This is the student ID for the account. Also, I can go for the invoice. We can see also I have the amount 150, due date like 11/8/2024. This is the reference. This is the account. This is like the status. I didn't pay till now. We can see also the library because it's connected. The account is connected also with the library. So the student has a student ID and like a hash number to connect with that student with the library. Also, we can see the student like the enrollment. He did enrollment, one course, one student ID did one course. We can see also the portal user. I have Khalidah. This is my password, and this is the username. I didn't also. We can see here for the student. I didn't do any foreign or surname, so we can go to update that. This is my enrollment. I have just enrolled for this. This is the student profile. Edit the profile. I can enter Khalidah and the surname is Aldabbagh. Submit. This is my student ID. This is my name. This is my surname. So we can go now to update that. And I can see now for the student. This is my foreign name. This is my surname. So like this. Also, another thing to show that graduation, you need to pay any outstanding and library fees before eligible to graduate. To your current status is ineligible to graduate. I can connect it with the local post 8081. So this is the payment portal and we can paste the invoice reference. Now find invoice. This is, he told me you can pay, you want to pay and another voice, so pay now. So payment successful now. So now when I paid, so now the current status eligible to graduate. I can also sign out. I can add another user like Khalid Muhammad. no, email, khalid@gmail.com, password 123456. Again, it's okay. So now I am registered. Go to login. Now Khalid 123456. Sign in. Now this is another student. I can apply maybe for like this one, enrollment. Also, I can like this one, also research practice enrollment. So I have two courses to do. I can search like here Spring Boot. I can search for this course search, this one, and I can here enroll for it. So I have three enrollments, these are three enrollments. So I can go to the library to the update everything, like for the finance, for the account. I have another account, another student ID. And for the invoice, I can see I have four enrollments, one from student number one, and the second one is from student number two, second, third, and fourth. And the status, look here, it's one for the first student. That means I paid, but the three others are not. Let's see also the library. The library connect with the accounts. So the second student is registered already in the library. Also, I have the student for the enrollment. Let's check the enrollment. I have 2, 3, 4. This is for student 2. It's registered for 2, 3, and 5. 2, 3, and 5 means the course 2, course 3, course 5. Also, we can see the portal user. This another user named Khalid and has this email. We can see in the student just one because I didn't the other one I didn't update the student page. So we can go to student page or student profile, edited here, like Khalid. And submitted. Now I can see it here. There's here the student foreign name and the student name. So also I can see here the enrollment. Here the graduation. You are ineligible to graduate because I want to pay for the graduation. So this is everything about my application. Now let's go to the demo form tips. For the introduction about my application, I have provided artificial review of my application. I will do this and this, and I have justify my technology choices. Okay. First of all, let's talk about everything. First of all, I used the first of all I used the IntelliJ program. Uh, it's the IntelliJ, it's used for software development in Java, but we can use it in other programming language, but it's open source and free, and it's like an ultimate edition that can commerce and provide the additional functionalities. Uh, the pros of the IntelliJ is it's like a user-friendly interface, like it's so easy and like we can say easy for beginners like me, while also being like powerful enough for even يعني experience developments. Uh, and also, we can say it's easy for me, like version control integration. So it's seamlessly integrates with like version controls like Git or any other thing. For me, I connected with GitHub. Also, it's easy to support the SQL, like MySQL. That I used it, and it's very helpful with data base interconnections. Also, it support framework like a Spring framework. We use the modern framework here in my application and technologies to integrate all of the services together and integrate my application. Also, I use the MySQL, this program. The MySQL is widely used database management system, uh, and it's like open source and available for everyone. Um, but also there is like commercial like edition provided by the SQL. Also, my SQL is like a popular choice. For that reason, I use it, and also I worked with that application. And also, it's easy to connect it with the software stack, the IntelliJ, the Spring Boot. They support it. Uh, the very important things for this MySQL is the scalability, also security. So the performance, it's doing like high performance. Uh, this is the we can say the most important thing uh, why I use the MySQL. Uh, Also, I use the Spring Boot, or I did my programs using Spring Boot or Spring Framework. The Spring Boot, it's apart from Spring Framework, and it's like the initial setup and development for any new Spring applications. It's the main features of the Spring Boots is we can say uh, like the dependencies of these Spring Boots. The Spring Boots like support many dependencies or modern dependencies. One of these dependencies is like a starter way for it's built for building the web page. Um, Also, another thing is for data to connect all the data JPA with the Hypernet. Also, Spring Security. This is for the security and authentication. Also, the test. It's for testing using JUnit for Spring Test and Spring Boot test utilities. So all of these dependencies we used here for the student portal to build the student portal application. Actually, the Spring framework is a configuration model for modern Java applications. It's we can say the core feature of the Spring framework, like inversion of control. So this is the heart of the Spring framework is the inversion of control container. So it's like managing the configuration of the application objects and you through dependency injections uh, and like allowed the programmers to inject dependencies and at any runtime rather than like make like hard coding. Um, Also, data access. It's the Spring providing or support with the database through the like object relations maps like JPA or Hibernate. It simplifies that the data handling by the handler and providing a consistent approach of data access. Uh, Also, we can say one of the most important core or the core of the Spring framework, like we can say MVC, is the module view controller. So the Spring comes with something called MVC Web application framework, which is like adaptable, like separates the module of data or and the view or the user interface and the controller part of the application and allowed for easy REST web application development. Like also security, it's very important. The security and the access control framework. Also for testing, so the Spring support testing with JUnit. Uh, this is everything about the, like we can say about the my application. Um, let's talk briefly about the dependencies that we use in my student portal application. First of all, we say the parent program or the parent file is the Spring Boot framework. Then there are many dependencies we used and why we used it, like Spring Boot starter data JPA. So this is facilitates the integration of Spring data JPA into Spring Boot application, simplifying implementation of database integration using Java with also minimal configuration. Also, we used here, I have the starter security. The starter security provides like a security framework integration for Spring Boot applications, enabling robust authentication uh, and secure application. Also, we use validation, Spring Boot data validation. This is like add support for validation to Spring Boot application, like utilizing annotations to enforce field validation and efficiently be automatically and efficiently with the data module. Also, we use the starter way. Um, Also, this one is important to enable the rapid development of web application, including like RESTful services and MVC services, uh, and also we use like uh, common none tree. This one like a library for Java offering range of like helpful utilities um, uh, like including enhancement and additional functionalities um, for manipulating the Java classes. Um, Also, we used the theme lift. This one like integrate theme lifts, the module service-side Java template engage for web and standalone environments into a Spring Boot application, enabling creating dynamic HTML web page or views. Also, we used this one extra Spring Security. This one like provide additional theme leaf namespace to integrate a security feature and enhancing security for my HTML application. Also, the dependency is MySQL connector. So this one like enabling Java application to connect to MySQL database. Also the loan book here. The loan book is like it's very important. So the Java library is automatically plugs into editor and build tools, simplifying Java code by removing complexity by using just the annotation at data, at guitar, at setter. So using these guitar and sitter and data and anything from the loan book library will um, reducing the need for the complexity for the Java programs. Also, the other one is a boot starter test. So the boot starter test, it's providing essential dependencies for testing the Spring Boot application. Then, and also this is the for the Spring Boot Maven blocking, and this is all of these dependencies with my stack technologies that I used. All of them help me to build integrating or integrated application portal student portal application integrated with library and finance uh, services. Actually, this is my program, the main and the test. In the main, in Java, we can see here the student portal application. There are like six packages, package of six Java packages. The first package is for configuration, MPC configuration, portal user, for the security, and for the test template. The other one is the controller. It's using authentication controller, course, enrollment, graduation, portal, profile, and student. The other one is for exceptions, like maybe course not found, enrollment already like exists, um, student already exists, like many exceptions. Also, the module one is for account, course, enrollment, invoicement, role, student, user. The repository one is for course repository, enrollment, student repository, and user repository. The other one, or the last one, is the services. Here, the authentication service, course, and enrollment, graduation. So, in this program, we're using Spring Boot's dependencies like integrations, injections, uh, all of these help me like to uh, to split the program into many parts, like one of them for configuration, controller, exception, module, services to build this integrated program. So in like overall, for my program, the student portal represents the microservices architecture based on design to encounter like a dynamic modern educational institutions. This application with these dependencies, with everything I used, like ensure scalability, flexibility, and enhancement. Um, for the technology that I use, the microservices architecture allow the development scalable, flexible platform. And this architecture also enable like easier and maintains and update so the change to one of these services doesn't affect the previous work, never. Also provides security authentication and control, like we implement like secure authentication using here configuration and here in the services, the authentication services. Uh, this like implement secure authentication and mechanism ensure that the user data remains protected. Also, integration with external services like the finance and the library, like when we see how when I enter some data, I can see it, that student register directly in the finance and the library. Uh, so this is like everything about like the introduction about my project. So now I have produced a framework, a wireframe or UML diagram. Yes, I did that. We can go to my repository. This is my repository. This is the finance student portal and the books or the library. And I added here for README, it's UML diagrams. Actually, these diagrams we can, they are here too big, so we can open them. This is the first one. This is the student management portal, so the student can connect with the register or login, view courses, enroll to the course, view enrollment. From the view courses, I can enroll, view the enrollments, and view the updated student profile. Actually, the wireframe are like a visual represent of the user interface of an application, how the user interface connect with the application. So the layout, the structure, the function of the different screens or the pages within the application, everything I can show from or the student can connect with all of uh, uh, these services. Also, another question. I have identified two human system actor. We talked about that from before the introduction. When I like added, I didn't understand actually. Understand it that um, I have to enter like two names and see how they interact or how they already or directly added to the finance and to the library in the same time while the student is connecting using the student portal application. So I did it or I don't know. I have explained how my application from the end user, I did it. I have demonstrated Happy Path showing all three services. Yes, actually, when I this demonstration of the Happy Path in the integration of the three services within the student portal, uh, representing a finding of the seamless functionality. So the like service, like we can say service interaction annotation when the process comments as a service A represent the user authentication module, same as the interface with the service B, the course management, and the service C, like the finance module. So you upon the user login, so I understand it like that thing. Uh, Explain how my application implements the microservices pattern. We talked about that before a minute, like the application uh, highlights uh, like modern uh, approach and sorry, this is the modern approach and to software architecture. So he like um, add like modular design by structuring the application using microservices pattern. Uh, each service with my application represent like a discrete unit of functionality, allowing for independent development, deployment, and scaling. Also, flexibility. Microservices pattern enable the application to adapt quickly and changing requirements without affecting the I can update mean I can replace add new functionalities without affecting the entire system. Also scalability, the microservices inherit support scalability uh, with each service responsible for a specific function. The pros and cons, I don't know, maybe the pros is simplicity, maybe. These architectures are typically simply to develop or deploy and maintain. Entire application is connected within a single code base. Easy to test the application. Um, Also, development speed. It's in some cases the development architecture application can be faster. Uh, the cons is maybe the technology stack limitation. The maybe it's limited in their ability to adopt new technologies or frameworks, since any change affect the entire application. Now we have talked to the dependency management. We talked to the dependency management, and I show that we have introduced the dependency management tool used using Spring Boot and the dependencies I use and why. I have provided example how I use dependency management for my project. Let me show you an example for a dependency management. Let's go here to the controller package. There is authentication controller program, Java program. Let's look to this authentication controller program. First of all, this class is provided Java package in Spring, like the Spring MVC controller that handles web requests related to user authentication. It's marked with like this at controller. It's marked with this annotation, indicating that it serves as a web controller managing HTTP requests within the Spring framework. The dependency here, we can see here public authentication, private final authentication service. This one, it's like dependency injection. Is injected through the instructor, allowing the controller to delegate the logic operation related to the authentication. Let's complete. See here, get mapping login error. This one, login error handling. So this get mapping is make like a handler for login error route. When a login error occurs, this method invokes and it delegates to the authentication service to process the error and display like a message to the user or how you program your application. Get mapping register, same thing. This is just for manage the registration, user registration, to display the registration form. It calls the authentication service to prepare and return the model and view necessary uh, rendering the registration page. Also, I have here the post mapping method. It's handling for like submission the registration endpoint. It kept the user object annotation using this at valid. So it's valid. It will accept it. Then indicating that the user input should be validating according to the constraint defined by the user here in module. I have it here using the user, this one, this program. So, and then using the user program, uh, and then this method, after that, passes the user data to the authentication service to register the new user and return module, and view. Um, Object, which is direct the user accordingly based on the registration or outcome. So this all of these manage the user or authentication process, including handling, including display the registration, process the new user registration, including the most important thing is the dependency injection here in authentication service. This is I like answered about here service injection because he wants like example for the service injection, not integration, the injection here. Give me an example how we use the dependency injection in my project. And let's go to this service integration. Okay. I have described the service integration. Also, we talked about let's go to the model, to the invoice class. We can see in this class, the invoice class provide Java package of a data model designed to encapsulate the details of the invoice, including its financial amount due to data and type. It's designed to be part of system that might handling the financial transaction with the educational settings. This class uses like loan book library to reduce the code and Jackson for JSON processing, JSON processing. So let's see at data, this annotation, loan book annotation for generate getter and setter directly and reduce the code. This JSON property, add JSON property, ignore non-true. This Jackson annotation, like instructs for serialization or deserialization process to ignore any properties that don't match with the invoice class. This is particularly useful for ensuring flexibility for handling income data and for contain additional irrelevant data or deprecated properties without causing any errors or crash. So this is a type of like integration. What that means? That means using this JSON API. This class can be easily integrated with the other system. This is making it flexible for modern like web services architecture. Also, we can see here this invoice support long ID, reference, amount, due date, type, status, and account. Also, here there is a type of enumeration, public enumeration type. This defines a specific categories of invoices that help to segregating and managing different financial transactions within institution. So this is about the integration. Also, they was asking me about REST or soft configuration. Um, so for This part or for this class, it's a REST template configuration class. It's simple configuration class in Java, annotated with like add configuration, this one, which significance to as a source of bean definitions for Spring application context. So the REST beans creation, it contains a method, REST method, annotated with at bean, indicating that it provides a Spring managed bean instance for REST template. REST template means that a synchronous client to perform HTTP requests, exposing a simple template method API over um, underlying HTTP client libraries. So this setup allow the Spring container to manage the life cycle of the REST template instance, making it available for dependency injection throughout the application. So it's commonly used in the Spring application. Uh, uh, um, to make it available for dependency injection. Uh, Also, we have talked about those. We have the testing. Okay. So, for the testing technologies that are used, first of all, I use the unit testing. So my implementation unit testing, it's very important. So each microservice is thoroughly tested to ensure that the individual component is correctly is working correctly. The testing and integration testing is also important key for our testing strategy that makes my individual services passes until test they are tested together to validate and ensure seamless communication between services. Also, end-to-end testing, that's to ensure the validate of the entire system functionality from the user. This is my testing program. Uh, let's talk a little about it. We can see here I use many annotations like uh, as a overall, as a Java code, it's a test code class for testing the capabilities with Sprint security, mock user, and Spring's mock MVC to simulate the web request on the behavior of the educational portal. So the testing annotation, we can see first of all the extend with. Um, so this annotation integrates Spring's context management with Mockito mocking capabilities into the test environment. The Spring Boot test, this one, it's the Spring Boot test is the like configures the test class to boot up the Spring context for integration testing. The auto configuration mock MVC to provide mock MVC for the Spring testing, enabling sending of HTTP request and making acceleration of on the like response. Also, the test method order. This is ensure that the test method are executed um, are executed uh, um, how to say uh, that means this ensure that the test method like are executed in the order using test method order. About the transactional, ensure that each test is run with the transaction that's rolled back after the test, preventing or preserving the state of the database. We can see here dependency injection like this one at auto wired, this one auto weird. So this one is um, like used to inject the required components like mock MVC or user repository or student repository into text class to ensure that necessary dependencies are managed by the Spring container correctly. The other thing is like when C um, we can see here private mock MVC, and we can see mock MVC perform. This mean that the various mock MVC perform like calling simulate get and post request to different URLs mapped within the application and using this with this one with mock user. This one it's to simulate like logging in the user is critical for testing authentication by authorization mechanism. Uh, this is like we can say uh, like we can say it's the most important thing in the test program. Overall, this unit uh, test is structured for Spring testing facilities to ensure that the application is as expected under various dependencies and the application. Also, we can see here, mm, as a conclusion, to summarize my product, I can say so this product is used microservices architecture, use Spring Boot, maybe in IntelliJ, database. All these together work to make this product. The limitations, actually, I couldn't connect my application or open the services through the Docker. I wished if I can do it, but I couldn't do it, so I used the IntelliJ and Spring Boot for all of the services. Um, and that's it. That's everything about my project. Thank you so much, and I hope everything will be is clear in the uh, video. Thank you.